This is Lance from Lance's Auto Vlog, and I'm back with another video. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like at the end of this video. So I'm here back in the wood room. Hear the echo in the room, and got another speaker to review with you. Unboxing and review. So what we're unboxing and review is the Hertz MLK MLK 165.3 two-way component system. This component system itself is a little different than the one I reviewed previously. It's actually a step below. This is going to be the 300 watt RMS two-way system. It's going to have a 6.5 with a 28 millimeter tweeter. It's also going to have rated power at 300 watts peak and 150 watts RMS at 4 ohms. The sensitivity is going to be 92 at SPL. And let's see what's supposed to come in the box. So let's look at the back of the box. Oops, sorry about that. So the back of the box is going to give you everything included, all the parts that are included in the packaging. So you're going to have the driver, 2 of them, 2 grills, 2 tweeters, a hardware kit, mounting hardware for the tweeter, and 2 crossovers. It's going to tell you the cutout size and the dimension of the hole, all the pertinent information in the back of the box as far as tweeter, size, fitment, all that good stuff. So let's open the box and see all the stuff that's in it. So we got it unpacked, and so what we're gonna have, what's gonna come in here is gonna be, it's the signature Hertz metal grill for the Legend series. And you notice these Legend grills are a little bit different than you would find in their Cento or Cento Pro line. A lot different, a little bit cooler from the standpoint of looks. You're gonna have their signature V-cone driver with a aluminum basket with a ferrite magnet with the vented air pole in the bottom. Very good for cooling, also very good for output. Very stout woofer driver, I should say. Rubber surround, and it's got a lot of control on this woofer. Really nice. And then you're gonna have their 28 millimeter tweeter with a needle dating magnet with the hardware that goes with it. So you take that screw out, there's gonna be another screw that comes with it. That's gonna be longer. Let's see if I have it here. Yeah, longer screw that goes in place of that one. And then you're gonna have the bracket to mount it with. And then you're gonna have the crossover, which is a really cool looking crossover. It's a little over 5.5 inches. So it's about 5 3/4 long. Height-wise, it's about 4.5, and depth-wise, 1.5, 1 3/4 maybe. Crossover. It's got Allen screws on it to take it apart. And you're gonna have the connectors on here. So you have a contouring switch, which is kind of great for mounting tweeters when you're doing tweeters up in the A-pillars. So you definitely want to put this crossover where you can get to it. You got very top-notch hardware in there with nice coils, everything's fastened to the actual driver. And then you're gonna notice here, the tweeter level, it doesn't have a switch. It actually has a tweeter, 2 dB plus, 0, and -2 on the tweeter, on the positive end. And the woofer is gonna be obviously straight and going. So why would they put instead of putting a switch on there and giving you tweeter connections with a switch? Because honestly, to give you really good fidelity or control over what you're doing on the tweeter output, you won't have the weakness of the switch. So in other words, when you have a direct connection going to the actual components here on the tweeters, you'll have the best possible response out of that tweeter without having to deal with a physical switch on the actual crossover. And so it costs more to do that, and that reflects it in the price of the actual hardware, and it reflects it on the price of the crossover. But your result is going to be really good when it comes down to it. So if you're not the person that doesn't want to pay for the Millie Legend flagship piece, which I reviewed before, and if you want to go back to that video and look at it, you can definitely step a little down and get a speaker that doesn't have the same output, but it has the similar control and quality. So when it comes down to Hertz, there's different levels of speakers. There's gonna be Legend, Then I'm at the Millie Legend, which is 165.3, 50.3s, which is the upper level. And then I got the 165.3, which is the next step down, which is this set. And then you go down to the Cento Pro, and then you go down to the Cento. So when it comes down to it, there's different levels. Now, is there gonna be a difference in quality? Really, no. Definitely when you go up, it gets better from the standpoints of just quality, but it still has a signature Hertz sound. So when it comes down to it, it just comes down to power handling and what you're amplifying with it and what kind of quality you're trying to get out of the speaker. That speaker to me, this speaker to me is way to go. And, you know, when you don't want to go to the flagship, because the flagship has a neodymium magnet, this has a composite. It's still gonna have the same aluminum basket. It's still gonna have a neodymium tweeter. This one's gonna have a little smaller voice coil than the actual flagship. But like I said, it just doesn't handle as much power, so that's why they use a smaller voice coil on this tweeter. So when it all comes down to it, these speakers, like I said, they're very smooth. Now, I'll review another set of another company speaker that is a little bit different than these. And the standpoints of speaker performance, they're really, really close. It just comes down to whether you want a soft dome tweeter or a metal tweeter. Now, what's the difference? I'll kind of go over that a little bit later on the next video. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.